What is going on, everybody? It
You're
is
alive.
Adam and Adam NC PAckBuster, the Golden War Turtle. I know we don't normally do this in prime time, but things happen and we have to shift schedule. So you get us in prime time tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. I don't even know what the football game is tonight. But Adam's into it. We got tons of stuff to talk about today. We've got Champions Path. We have Vivid Voltage. We have Hidden Fates
Shiny
2.0. Shiny Vault. Shiny V Vault with the big announcement today. And what else do we have? An amazing charity event last night. We had an amazing charity event last night.
Yep.
We've got bulk. We've got there's just stuff all over the place. We haven't done one of these in 3 weeks, and we won't have another one for 3 weeks, so we are gonna dive into this. So this week we had, since last time we actually had Champions Path dropped. Our allocations were about as bad as they possibly could have been. They could have been worse. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It could have been worse. And we were told it could have been worse, and we were told that there were people that got absolutely nothing. But we got 10 ETBs on the first run. We got pin collections. We got double Vs. We've got more double Vs and very few ETBs as of right now coming at the end of the month. But all that stuff made it out to where they needed to go. I think we've got a couple more to send out, and then we are fully done on the first wave of Champions Path in terms of fulfilling paid pre-orders. And what else came out? And then we had the pin collections, the double special, whatever they were, pin collections dropped this week, and those have all been taken care of as well. And we only got 18 of those in total. 10 of them went to the live charity event last night for the Children's Cancer Research Foundation. So those got thrown into there, and man, were there some fire pulls out of that stuff. But that's it in terms of really what's been going on. PSA started to pick up since the last time we've been doing this. A lot of stuff that was in the holding pattern is now into grading. And that's a huge sign. So we had a lot of stuff go from the research and ID into grading. So, maybe another month or so before they start getting sent back, which will be super nice because I know that there's a lot of you that have cards with us that are looking to get their stuff back. Aside from that, what do we got? Vivid Voltage pre-order still to go. We do have booster boxes left. We've got...
Build battle kits.
We've got build and battle kits. We've got elite trainer boxes. We've got ultra premium collections. We've got all sorts of stuff still available. And then last part of the business housekeeping side, bulk, and more bulk. We're getting close to that 250K mark, which was our goal for the end of October. And we're going to increase the giveaways for those people that trade in bulk. As we, once we hit 250, we'll hit it. We'll increase it, and then once we hit, I think it's every 100K after that, we're gonna bump it up again. So, trade it in, get your Vivid Voltage. It's gonna be awesome, and But I think that's it for the business side of the house. I'm letting Adam finish eating dinner.
I had to watch my brownies win. So like you said, kind of disappointing. It was kind of hectic when we first got our allocations for Champions Path, but we were able to kind of gather some resources, and we were able to fulfill everyone that paid, either fulfill them or refund them. It's just one of those things where we haven't been with our distributor that long. Initially, we thought it was on the amount that you ordered.
It's percentage based,
being actual how much, I guess, business you have done over the last, I guess, forever, but more so the last 12 months. So that was kind of disappointing. I know Adam and I haven't opened up as much as we've wanted to. We've seen all you guys pull the shiny Charizards and the Rainbow Zards. It's kind of just like Hidden Fates in the sense that when it first came out, those Zards were selling for like a couple $1,000s. Now everything's kind of coming back to earth. I think I don't know, like the shiny Zard is probably around $400 right now, 400, 500. Rainbow's probably around the same thing. Next thing to come out is probably the graded ones when they hit the thing. I think you said something was like 7,000 was an asking price for a 10.
It's
shiny.
I think it's sold at $7,000 in a 10.
Oh, did it? So it's sold at $7,000. So there you go. There's the $10,000 shiny Charizard that'll never happen again. I don't know why people pay for that much, because as you can see, a lot, like when it first came out, people weren't pulling them, but there wasn't a lot of people that was opening the product. So everybody's like, man, these are really hard to pull. I like the fact, some traditionalists are like, I like the fact that they're hard to pull. But then as you see the stuff being readily available, now kind of everybody's pulling it. I mean, we even pulled one last night on our charity fundraiser. Someone bought the 30 packs of Champions Path that we had available, and they actually got the shiny Charizard. So it's not. I don't know if it's just because there's two of them in the set, but it seems like they're getting pulled more than the actual shiny Charizard was back when Hidden Fates came out. And I think maybe just because there's two of them, so you're kind of seeing one or the other being pulled. I know there's a lot of people that didn't get the shiny Charizard, a la Polish Rob, that actually finally pulled one. I know Harley pulled one, and he didn't get any last time.
Smalley Opes has both. I don't think he had it.
I think that they're...
Small Openings pulled them both.
What's that?
Small Openings pulled them both.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, people are pulling them. I think a lot of people got into the mindset of kind of comparing this set to Hidden Fates just because of the shiny Charizard, and really it's not. It's a 2-card set. That's all it is. No one will be able to convince me otherwise. Now, with we did have wind that a shiny Vault number 2 was coming out in Japan. We just didn't have any release. We didn't have any numbers. But obviously today that kind of broke. So there is a Vmax shiny Charizard, and my guess is this will be the holiday set in 1 year.
But with Champions Path,
I think they may do something different. A lot of people are debating whether it's this or the 25th anniversary. I think that would be a lot in a little bit of time. They want to be able to milk Champions Path a little bit longer. Like, they're going to want to milk that a lot. So I don't think you're not going to see this until next fall, which is fine. But yeah, I think you gotta put out some sets in between these. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta put out a few other sets. Champions Path is never going to be Hidden Fates because Hidden Fates was a accumulation of all the Sun and Moon sets, where we've only had 3 Sword and Shield, so it was never going to be able to be a robust set. I mean, so it is what it is. I know you and I aren't worried about. We'll get our packs when we get our packs, and we'll open them when we open them. I'm not really trying to complete the binder on this set. I'm more excited about what was released today.
Well, I mean, just in terms of Champions Path, like, I don't know how much we're really going to have at the end of the day, but, still coming up. But, like, just be patient. I've been telling a lot of people, everyone's like, oh, I don't want to spend, 8, 10, 12, I think I've seen as high as $13 a pack. It's like, don't pay it. Like, the end of this month, you're going to see the ETBs back out again. You're going to see the double boxes are being re-released. You've got the Marnie box being released. You still have the Hatrin box being released. You have the second coming of the pin collections. I'm the one having the connection problems today. There we go. So, but as I was saying, like last year with Hidden Fates, we had the pin collections got re-released right before Christmas. The tins were all over the place in Walmart, and it was crazy. And I think we're gonna see that stuff again this year. Are you frozen or are you watching football? I lost him. So we're gonna try and get him back. Where did you go? Let's try and get him back. His whole house right now is full of people watching stuff, so I don't know if that's part of his problem too. Alright, we're gonna let that go for a second. You there? I don't have your volume anymore though.
Huh?
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you get the stupid green screen.
Yeah, it's alright. We're going to green screen style.
Did you move?
No, like we're live, I think, because I can see my green screen.
Yeah, well, now I can see you.
All
now
right.
I can hear you.
I literally think all the kids jumped on their computer at the same time. Like, literally everyone.
Oh, that's what I just called it. Yeah, no, he got stuck. But as I was saying, we, just be patient with Champion's Path. Like, you'll find it. It'll be back again. And now why can't I give up with Adam sometimes.
Just give up, man.
So we don't have Adam's picture anymore, but
I don't see my picture.
It is what it is. He's just no Adam 2 video. I know. I'm just not gonna worry about it. So now we're back. Now we're back. It's a dumpster fire. What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you.
You can say something while I try and fix this crap.
No, we're just. It's a dumpster fire. Keep going. A little bit to your left, a little to your right.
No, I have to minimize you to get
minimize
your
me.
Big old face into the.
A little bit to the left.
No, that's way too huge. Not that pretty. There we go.
Yeah, you don't want too big of a face for me.
All right.
Can they hear me at least? Oh, there I am. Oh,
yeah.
That is a huge face.
So
there we go.
No, Adam had a black screen because we gotta black him out every once in a while because the kids are all on their devices and crashing his stuff and then crashing my stuff because of it. So we lost the stream completely because of that.
Yeah. So what were you talking about when all my kids decided to jump on?
I was just talking about being patient for Champion's Path. That's all. It's just it's gonna be back. It will be back out. Like it's going to be around. It's going to be around before the holidays, and then they're going to probably just beat it to death all year round again. We didn't think we were ever gonna see it again with Hidden Fates, but we'll probably see it again. Granted, we've got that 25th anniversary set in February, etc. But like, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, I think they need to kind of like build some hype on this. I feel like we've got a lot of Charizards like really, really quick. You know what I mean? Like they need to build on this one, not release another one, and start releasing like these other playable sets, these other complete better sets. You know what I mean?
The voltage.
Because the one thing that was unanimous across the board when this set came out was the price was just so outrageous that nobody could get it. And that's what sucks about us not getting a lot, because we were actually charging $5 under MSRP, and us having the business side knowing exactly how much these things cost us. And then, people were making a absolute 4 to 5 times more than what they were paying for these things. And it was just too much. And, it was just a huge issue.
What's going on, Smalley Opes and Sudon? We've got the new mod Pogo Dad is in here too. But yeah, it just the set. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not overly hyped about it. It was fun to pull that Charizard for David last night, and like that was really cool. But like I mean, there's packs sitting next to me. Like, part of me just wants to crack them right now. I mean, I got a small stack of them. Like, part of me wants to open them, but then part of me is just like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to open it because I would definitely want to pull those things, but I'm not like just seeing how Hidden Fates was treated. I'm not in a rush in the sense that I know it's going to be printed plenty of times.
Absolutely.
Whereas when I kind of got into it, I kind of got back into opening cards like around the Hidden Fates time, and you just felt like you had to go out and get it because you didn't know how much was going to be printed. But now that you've kind of like been in it and kind of seen how Hidden Fates has been over a year, you know that these cards are going to be printed into the ground as well.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. The other thing about it is that like it's just 2 Charizards. Like, it's just like, I mean, I opened up 50. I opened 65 packs last night, and I was just like, you know what? It's cool, but I saw so many of the same cards so many times. I'm like, I just don't like. I don't know. What's up, Harley? Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not gonna be able to hear you when you lean back. Just to let you know. But yeah, it just sucks. And when we get it, we get it. But you know, we keep talking about this whole buying power side of the house. And, you know, the more that you spend with your distributor, the better off you're going to be. We're in pretty darn good standing right now. I got a phone call the other day. They called me up and they were like, hey, like, you were the first on my call list. I just wanted to offer some stuff up to you. And, hey, like, I've got a case of Hidden Fates tins, and I've got some of the ETBs that I still owe you from Champion's Path. You know, do you want them or not? I said, absolutely. So, like, we are on that list of people that get called when there is extra stuff now, and that has a lot to do with, you know, the amount of stuff that we purchase, the frequency that we purchase, and then we have a gigantic pre-order in for Vivid Voltage. Probably not as big as we wanted it to be, but like, we're getting there. Like, I mean, we're gaining the buying power, we're gaining the respect, and hopefully that continues through. And 25th anniversary looks a little bit better than Champion's Path did, and then, you know, call it Hidden Fates 2.0 next holiday season, because I don't think that will be the 25th anniversary set. That you know, we have enough buying power by that point. So.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the goal, right? The goal was when we saw how we did with Champion's Path, it was like, all right, let's get to where this isn't an issue next year. And kind of seeing how next year will line up with this year as far as like comparing. I think I'm kind of glad. I'd rather it happen this year than next year. If that makes sense. Especially if we get the shiny Vmax and the whole shiny vault thing
again. Yeah,
2.0.
Wes asked, what about the shiny Vmax that they announced today? That's for the shiny V set for Japan this year. Very much like what they got. I can't remember what the GX set that they had that had the shiny vault in it that they had, 2 years ago. For their holiday set. So hopefully it's our holiday set. I would hate for it to be the 25th anniversary set in February, just because I just don't think it's necessary after, you know, just destroying us on a set like they did this time around and just not being ready for it. Like, I would hope that, like, over the next year that they start setting up and knowing that the hype is going to be there. Yeah, 127 shinies were announced in the set, the shiny Charizard VMAX being one of them. Like, it's gonna be good, but I just hope that they give us enough time to get there. Because it just would not be cool if we were getting it right now. So, but
I know. So let's shift gears and talk about how awesome our charity event went last night. So those of you that weren't aware, last night we did a charity event for cancer research. Children's cancer research, and so we went into this because we've been wanting to do a pack break for a while, and so we just decided, hey, Adam's about to go out of town for 3 weeks, so let's try this. So we put it on Instagram, we put it on our Discord, we had some interest. We were like, look, let's set a goal of like, let's just do like 50 packs. If we can somehow get 50 packs, that would be like beyond awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ended up doing 85.
85
packs,
was
right?
the pre-sale, yeah.
So not only was that like far more than we thought it would be, but it was also 10 times better once we started the stream. I could barely keep up. I didn't barely see what was pulled. I saw the shiny Charizard was pulled, but I could barely keep up because I had so many people hitting me up, buying packs actually during the actual stream, which kind of we'll have it bet. We plan on doing like maybe 1, maybe 2 a month, and we'll have a better way of doing it next time. But I mean, I had people on Twitter, I had people on Instagram, I had people in the Discord, just like so many people wanted to be involved. And what's nice about that is everybody kind of joined into kind of our core of this business, which is like giving people stuff at affordable prices and making sure as many people that want it get it. And then 2, giving back to some sort of charity or giving back just to something. And it was pretty awesome to see. Like, I mean, it was pretty hectic 2 hours, but it was a pretty awesome 2 hours. Like it's nothing I've ever been a part of as far as like a live or anything since I've been doing this for, almost a year now. So it's been it was pretty crazy. I know it was even more crazy on your end because you're the one like opening all the packs and having to like
Christy opened every single pack.
Yeah.
Last night, and I think it ended up being like 175, something like that once we were done. I think that's what we had counted, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah. But she opened every single pack. She was an emotional wreck during the whole thing. We had some people stop in and drop some pretty big super chats, and I think at the end of it, we're probably like right around $500 or something like that. Once we put our, you had yours, we had ours, to even it out, and it is, I mean, $500 in basically 2 hours worth of a live stream is pretty awesome. I think that every time that we do these live pack breaks, which a lot of people had asked for more of after last night and, fielding messages and stuff today, but, we'll always do the 10%. We'll figure out a charity that we want to contribute to for that night, and we'll go that way. I know I talked to like Jose Carmona, who I think is still in here. His wife's firm does a lot of pro bono work for veterans and stuff like that. And so I know I've talked to him about, trying to help them out a little bit and stuff like that. So, we'll probably, I know we'll do it again, and we'll just, kind of mix it up a little bit. And then I know that I mentioned it last night, and it was at the end of the stream when I was super tired and I really didn't have any help. We've got the big one in November for this guy right here. This is a personal one that we pulled, a personal one that we graded, and we're gonna raffle it off for charity. We're not keeping, us as in Hydro Pump or Adam and Christy aren't keeping a dime of it, so we're donating that, and we're gonna raffle it off, and then. I can't remember the 2 cards. I think it was like a Blaine's Moltres and maybe a Blaine's Arcanine hollows that Jose said that he was donating for it. So those will be extra prizes thrown into the pot. And so we'll have multi-tiers. As we hit dollar amounts, we'll add booster boxes or something else into the mix to try and sweeten the pot and try and get it up. I'd like to see it hit 3K in total. I think that would be cool. But we haven't really talked about the total goal for the whole thing, but that's the big one for November, but we'll probably try and do another pack break at the end of October because this one did so well, but I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah. I'm going to step it up and try to find some really cool packs to add to the next one too, and send you while you're gone so that we can have a good variety. Because I didn't realize, people requesting packs, and we have tons of modern stuff, but like maybe find some more XY stuff and stuff like that. Because as soon as we offered Hidden Fates, it went it went crazy. Like,
and then we just kept, and then Christy was like, "Screw it! Like if people are gonna buy it, like we're just gonna open it for them, you know."
And then obviously we'll have a lot more Champions Path too, which obviously sold out in like one fell swoop. So, yeah, big thing. So we haven't discussed exactly how we're going to auction that thing off, but I mean, obviously it's going to be live, and I'll do it through like a random something or other. But as far as like getting spots in the raffle and stuff like that, we haven't got all ironed out all the details. But that's the big one for November. That one, I really hope that. I mean, it's going to be around Thanksgiving, so you know that time of need that everybody talks about, and around that Thanksgiving time when it's all about giving and stuff. So really super pumped about that one for sure. So I also wanted to touch about what about this Logan Paul guy? So you don't even know who he is, right?
Well, we talked about it earlier.
And I've been,
yeah.
Besides talk about earlier, so it's like this YouTuber, right? Like, so everybody says like all these guys that are getting into the hobby are jacking up all the prices of like all the vintage stuff, like Gary V and just people that just have money that are just buying it because the industry, the collectible industry is going through the roof the last like 6-8 months. So people feel like that these guys that come in with big pockets are just manipulating the market, and if they continue to do this, then it's just going to jack up all the rest of the prices and blah 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 blah. So basically, what happened? It was like, well, I don't know, like
4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, yeah,
4 weeks ago. So 4 weeks ago, a first edition base set box went on the market, right, on auction, and I feel like TCA Gaming, I feel like Rusty went up
like 120.
Like Rusty
it was 120, right?
1 or 120, I think is where he ended up. I think the only reason I think he went in with somebody, I may be wrong on that, but I think the reason he wanted to do it is because obviously he just had that small bit of doubt in his mind with the box that he got. And I think he actually got it from a WotC employee, but the past WotC employee. But and he opened it up, he confirmed it was, and then he kind of like taped it and wrote his name on it. And anybody that's a sealed collector knows that's not really sealed. So like I don't know Rusty from anybody else, but I had a feeling that like if he has his chance to
add another one
that's legit to his collection, and he can like open that one and sell those packs, I think that he will try to jump on it. So I think he ended up like around 120, which is I think around where the last one went. Because I think the last one, I feel like PokeRev won the last one or something, like the one he opened.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the details. I mean, I can't remember what happened yesterday. But so basically, this Logan Paul guy, who's like a YouTube guy and he has deep pockets or whatnot, opened it or bought it. I think he won it at 165, I think was the final bid. He won it. And basically, after all the fees and stuff, I think it was like, like 185, 200K, right? So he just posted a video. I want to say, man, I just don't lose. I think it was today. I'm pretty sure it was today that he's basically opening it live, like this week, coming up, and he's charging $11,111 per pack, which we were talking before we came on, which is basically makes PokeRev look like a saint, because when PokeRev ended up opening his, I think he was charging like $5,000 a pack, or $5,000 to $6,000 a pack, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's manipulating the market. He's jacking up the prices." I think he bought his box at like 100K though.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was under. Maybe it was just a little bit under 100K. So like, I mean, you do the math, like 5 times 36 or whatever. Anyway, this dude's like, he's keeping one pack and selling 35. I mean, like, is there 35 morons out there that'll pay $11,000 for a base set?
The thing is like, edition? With that, is he going to weigh out the packs and keep one heavy pack and just call them all unweighed? Or
no, like, he's doing it live. He's opening them live.
Okay. No. But like, is the box open already?
No, it's not open.
Okay. Because that's where I would get really weird. Is did he weigh it out and just be like, all right, I'm going to keep one of the heavies?
So if you look online, there's like this contract that you have to sign that goes blah 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 blah. You sign it. It's a bank transfer. I mean, it's a lot of money you're dealing with here. But who's paying that? I mean, if you just do 10,000 for times 35, that's 350,000. Like you're making almost double what you paid for the box. Like if the box is worth if you set the standard and say the box is worth 165 now, why are you paying like triple that price per pack? It makes no sense.
Because people just want to be up there, and they've got the money, and they're just going to be dumb about it.
Say they open it. I get PokeRev doing it because there's a lot of but this guy doesn't really have a huge, like, he brings in a couple of his, like, Pokemon expert guys, but, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to watch to see, like, I would love to him be like, oh, it's not happening because nobody's buying packs. Well, no kidding. Like, this is, like, PokeRev opened it, like 4 months ago, and he charged $5,000, and, like, you're trying to tell me 4 months later you're charging over double that?
But, I mean, so what does this do if the packs are selling at $11,000? Right.
If they sell, he sells out 11.
In the packs, right? The sealed product is what drives the price of the singles, right? And so you're already seeing some of the commons in a 10 are selling for like $3,000. Like, is that first edition PSA 10 Charmander going to go up to $10,000 now? Because like that's the only way that justifies spending $11,000 on the pack. Like the singles are going to be. You know, like
I think there's been 2 videos recently where TCA opens first edition packs. I think one had a holo and the other one didn't, and he was kind of going through you sleeve every card and trying to say because the price right now we may have broken even. Like, but like at $10,000, you can't break even if you pull a holo. Yeah. Right, so like the Charizard's like what around $100,000
is the only way that you pay for your
Blastoise is maybe 20 to 30, and Venusaur is like 10 to 20. But other than that, there's not like, I mean, and that's at PSA 10. You're not going to get a PSA 10 every time. I mean, it's like if those are like $10,000. Like
no, you ain't gonna see me do
who knows? but like he's this big PokéTuber, so like who knows if he doesn't get even if he gets like
he's a big YouTuber. He's not a PokéTuber, right?
I know, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If he sells 20 packs at $10,000, he basically recoups the money he spent on the box. Right. And then he can just open up the rest and say, oh, yeah, we sold out, and just open them up and make fictitious names, and no one would know the difference. Right. Oh, we sold out. Or he could sell 5 packs and just open up the rest and say he sold out just so he doesn't look like a moron. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, someone would have to get proof that they sold out. I mean, you can be like, Henry from Chicago bought 4 packs. Yeah. And it's like,
Golden is not budgeting in his head. I know he will not do it. There are a lot better things that he can buy at $10,000 right now than that thing.
Yeah, no way.
At this point, if I find myself spending $11,000 on a pack, I'd rather spend on the cards that are graded. Exactly. Oh my god.
I mean. Yeah, he said PogoDad said in his video, he said that the PSA 10 Charizard was $200,000. It's not. Stop it. He has that one, like, I think he's a bald dude in there that has like was spreading out all his slabs, and he's like his quote unquote expert or whatever. It's like, get out of here. Like, stop it. If like that card is not. I mean, if it was worth $200,000, then automatically
the box would be worth more.
Well, or that. And King Gary,
billionaire,
King Pokemon is like a couple times millionaire now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where market manipulation comes. Like, it's like because he buys that box and he can say whatever he wants. He can say he sold packs for $11,000, and if he opens them, nobody knows the wiser on whether they actually sold for that much or not. He could just throw a number out there and say, hey, man, if I can get like 10 packs sold, then I can really recoup at least half of this.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what I mean? But what's the end game for him? Like, if he's not even a hardcore collector, like, what's the end game?
Yeah.
This is all just a YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it's just
a game.
It's all just a stunt.
And like, just because he said it right now, and I had this conversation with multiple people over the last 48 hours. Sudan's like, rest in peace, my hobbies, right? Like, it sucks. But like, you have to remember, we're talking vintage Pokemon right now, and it's out of most people's reach. Like, it's out of mine, I can tell you that. Like, I have some jungle packs left, I have a couple of rocket packs left, but we got a smoking deal when we split the box, and the rocket packs I won in a raffle for like almost nothing, and that's the only reason that I have them. But like, it's out of reach for a lot of people. The problem is that the new stuff is becoming out of reach for people, and it's why we're trying to keep the prices as low as we can. I talk to Danny all the time. That's why he's keeping his prices as low as he can. Obviously there's the market that he's got to play with, but as long as the stuff is new and it can still be found in stores, I mean, he's not gonna go crazy with pricing the same way that we are, and keep things realistic for the people that want to get it. Either put caps on things or whatnot, but it's just it is what it is. But in terms of like the hobby dying, like, I think the vintage hobby is dying for some people that possibly could have bought into it. I mean, Harley got in right at the last possible second when he got his base set box, and he even went back and forth with like, oh, is this the right thing to do? Like, is this really going to be worth it? And now he's probably saying this is probably one of the best investments I've ever made. But it's out of reach for most people. It was within reach for me, I think, back in January, February. And then when I got back from my month-long trip, it was like almost completely out of reach, and now it's like I can't even think about it. I think we would have to have an awesome business quarter for us to think about buying a box that we could open together, which we talk about, which is part of our goals for Hydro Pump and stuff like that. But like, it's right now it's about having some fun with the modern stuff and trying to get people the product that they want to see. But like, guys like this that just come out of nowhere just because they have money and just buy it up, it just sucks because it just screws it up for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, their heart isn't in it like other people's. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, who knows why they're in it, and it just sucks because it's like one less one of those boxes on the market, to be honest with you. Yeah. And there wasn't much thought into. I mean, he had a bunch of buddies in a room, and he's just hitting on this. He's like, "Oh my god, I want to know. Let's see how many views I can get on this now." Do you know what I mean? So it's all.
Let's see how many suckers I can get to spend $11,111.
Yeah, but there's some suckers that just want their names said on YouTube.
Absolutely. But what does it get you at the same time? Like, you could buy into one of those packs. Is it going to get you $11,000 worth of subscribers and views and following just for buying that pack? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So why? Especially if you're not a Pokemon person. Like, what?
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
But it just sucks. Moving them. I shipped a card in my CP binder. Moving them now. But it just sucks. But again, I mean, when I got back into the hobby with the kids, like, first edition base set wasn't even something that was on my mind, and but the big problem is
for me, I don't want to. For me, I rather if I was going to have 10 grand, I rather buy a Watsy box that's sealed for whatever 10 grand will get you. Say a team like a first edition gym challenge. I'd rather have that box than one first edition pack. because there's so much more potential in that 10 grand than there is in one pack. Like, I'm not a one pack guy. I'd rather have a box.
In a whole lot more fun.
Like, even if it's on unlimited Neo Genesis or something, I'd rather have one full box than have one pack. In that one pack, there's one hit. In a box, there's 12 packs, and you get 12 chances at a hit. And so that's if you do the math, and it's Goodwill Hunting type shit. If you do the math, then you're gonna make the profit margin on opening a booster box is more than one pack. Can you imagine paying 10 grand and getting a light pack? Like, if you didn't get a starter, say you open up a light pack, you get a light pack and
no Pikachu, no starters.
No. Here you go. You pay 10 grand for a light pack. You get a Pokemon breeder and no starter. For Pokemon breeders, you're rare, and you get no starter Pokemon.
I would smash everything in the room that I was in when I was watching it.
No, I would want to just go. I would just go outside and just stand in the middle of the street. That would be awful. That's why you don't do it. That's why when I watch game shows, I'm always like, when they get up to like, someone's like, all right, you can win 20 grand or you can roll the dice and try to win 50. I'm like, take the 20 grand.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I never played before. We did touch on it a little bit. Like, it's so new. There's not a lot out about it. We did talk about the shiny Charizard and the new Hidden Fates with the 127 shinies that they announced today. And maybe when I get back, like end of October, there will be a lot more on it, and we can touch base with it a little bit more. But basically what we had, just to kind of check back, was that we don't think it's going to be out anytime soon. It'll be the holiday set for us next year. Maybe there's a slim chance that it's the 25th anniversary, but I don't think that they would do something like that.
Dude, I kind of want to open it.
Open what?
I'm not a big Japanese
set?
Yeah. But I'd want to open that. I mean, I opened up the GX Tag Team box, a couple of those with Bryce.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun to open.
Mm-hmm.
This, I think I would probably want to open this. Especially if it's not going to come out for a year. Like, I'd be wanting to open this. Obviously, I mean, everybody's messaged us like, are we getting it? Like, you guys have no idea how hard it is to get in with a Japanese distributor and that stuff. I know Mav, he's been trying to work on it, and he actually has connections and is still trying to get in with Japanese product. It's a lot harder than you think. It's extremely difficult. So, but yeah, I think I want to try to find a box and open it. I feel like you should be able to buy a box, whether it's on. I mean, I bought the shiny, the GX, Team GX or whatever that was, just Tag Team All Stars.
Tag Team All Stars, yeah, Tag All Stars.
I bought those on the at Amazon, and that's a big no-no, and I didn't have any issues.
Okay, so I knew that this question was going to come up at one point. I thought it was going to come up earlier. Danny did a video on it earlier today. Pokemon yesterday tweeted that they know that there's a shortage in Champions Path, but there's more being printed. What do I think of that? What I think of that is I'm not a person to generally agree with somebody, but I have talked to him a little bit about this. But I am 100% going to agree with the fact that they're talking about the product that has already been announced that's coming out. They are not.
I personally think that there's going to be
overprinting stuff.
Something for Black Friday.
Yes. Yes, but I don't think it's, hey, like, there are 1 million ETB pre-orders that have yet to be fulfilled. We're not printing an extra 1 million ETBs to meet the demand. It is that tweet was simply to tell people, hey, there's more product coming. We already knew that we were getting a second wave of ETBs before the first ones were ever even allocated, because our second wave has already been allocated. We're hoping to get more because there is always the possibility, right? One thing that did surprise a lot of people was the double boxes got an extra allocation, an extra print run. You've got the Marnie $50 boxes at the end of the month. You have the Hatrin V boxes at the end of the month, and then you have the pin collections at the end of the month. And doubling back to the beginning, there is one more product that will be out. We just don't know what it is yet, and that'll probably be like I think it'll be like an early December release. And then like last year for Black Friday, we thought the tins were gone, right? And we thought the pin collections were gone. They redid the pin collections, they redid the tins, and the tins were everywhere. I mean, they were $10 at Target. So I don't think that they're going to print ETBs to demand, because that would just be stupid. And I think that the collecting side of the house is going to hate that, because last year, Hidden Fates, they did do 2 print runs of the ETBs, just like they did it this time. They just didn't announce that they did it like they did it this year, because they didn't want to piss people off as bad as they pissed people off last year. But you did see a lot more ETBs the second time around in November or in December than you did in November, right? Or the beginning of November, end of November, whatever it was. So like they're just telling you, hey, there's more product because we already announced it and it's coming to you. It's not that they're going to try and print to the like everybody's pre-order demand, because I can tell you, like, we ordered 1,000 ETBs to the distributor. Like, we're not going to see 100. I would flip out if they told us that we were going to get 50 in total between the first and the second. But as of right now, we're getting 22 between the first print run and the second. 26, sorry, because we got bumped to an extra 4 on Friday. But like, I mean, they're not going to print it to the demand. Like, we ordered 1,000. I know Danny ordered 5K, right? Yeah. So like, he's not going to get all 5,000 that he ordered. So I mean, they're not going to print the demand, at least with the ETBs. But I think that the other stuff will come. I think you'll see a lot more of the pin collections. You'll probably see a lot more, and the V boxes you'll see a lot more of. But I don't think the ETBs are going to come back. And
a lot of, and we'll let everybody know when we get that stuff. But we have avenues to get packs and stuff like that. But just like, we're more keen on selling packs than it is. Like, I know Danny does it too, like breaking down the boxes and selling packs. So unless you guys, unless you want pin collections and the promos and stuff, like packs, I mean, we are almost positive we'll have packs available. And I personally rather have packs than, if I could somehow just buy packs and not have to pay for all the other stuff, I'd be all about that. So whether through, I know we're going to keep some Champions Path for the next box break we do end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah.
Because those were a big hit, so we'll make sure we have a bunch for those. We sell them for like, $5, and people are out there selling them for 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first run we were selling them for $4.
I think I saw one Facebook group at $11 a pack. I was about
$11.
Pooped myself.
I think for the first opening, I think we were at like maybe $4 a pack, and we were giving 10% of that to charity. I mean,
we went to 5 because we were doing. I wanted to maximize the charity stake on it, and I even felt bad last night charging 10 for Hidden Fates but I wanted to maximize the charitable contribution, and I think both of us ended up throwing in extra just because of it. So, but you're going to see more. That's why I'm trying to tell people, like, I know we're doubling back to the beginning of the episode. Be patient. Just be patient.
And I'm not a patient person, and I haven't even gone trying to look for stuff. Like,
I open everything, and I've got packs sitting next to me, and I'm just like, meh. I'm going to put them down and, whatever. So it's just, it doesn't have the allure to me right now. I do want it. I do want to fill the binder. My binder's almost full, and I've opened 36 packs for myself. But, that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, I mean, I opened up a few. I didn't get anything, and I sent it to you for bulk because I'm not collecting it. So I literally want those 2 cards, and that's it. Like I want them because like Bryce and I have a thing where we started our channel and kind of doing everything around the Hidden Fates time. So I want to get every Charizard and a PSA 10 starting at Hidden Fates.
Mm-hmm.
So I have everyone so far.
Yeah.
But so I need those 2. But I mean, it's like you just have to wait. Like once they came out and all the raw values were here, and now all the raw values are here. Now the PSA slabs are going to come up, and all the PSA is going to be up here. Then it's going to come down here, and then it's slowly going to settle somewhere, right? So when I actually got my PSA 10 shiny Charizard, it was like right here. It was like right at the bottom of the curve, right around like that $400 mark, and now it's kind of settling in at anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500. It's kind of like where the PSA 10 range is right now. So just be patient. If you can just wait for if you know the market is high, then it's low, then it kind of settles somewhere. And same with the slabs. The slabs are going to be high, they're going to be low, and then they're going to settle somewhere.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Just be patient. You're gonna find it. It's gonna be out there. Like, I mean, I don't really buy retail very much, but like we normally grocery shop at Walmart. So if we go into Walmart, I'll go take a look. And if they thought that, like I'll go over there, and if I'll find Hidden Fates almost all the time. Like people aren't just clamoring for it, but I haven't seen Champion's Path in the store, but I mean, I only go to the one Walmart. But I think ETBs are going down a little. I saw them 70 to 80 now on Marketplace. Yeah, I think that the ETBs will go down, especially in October, but I don't at the end of the month. I think it's the last Friday in the month. I was trying to figure out what day that was, but whatever the last Friday in the month is when the ETBs get released again, as well as the Double V re-release. And I think the Hatron V releases on that same day too, if I'm correct. And then the Marnie is the week before that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Being patient on the DA Zard Vmax. Yeah, we have one left for sale if you really want one. We had till we were selling it for somebody else. We have till midnight to sell it. If not, we're just going to send it back to him. He got 4 of them. He pulled 4, and all 4 came back 10. So, good.
And so, yeah, I mean, Harley kind of brought up how, especially on Instagram, where you see, guys raffling off, the pin collections for $200, and people are buying them. It is what it is. I mean, not everybody's going to be disciplined, and if you have disposable income and you want it bad enough, then it just goes back to people pay what will pay what they'll pay. Like, I mean, that's where everybody anytime you put a value on something, it's just arbitrary to like what somebody's going to buy is what somebody's going to pay to. What somebody's going to pay to buy something is what someone's going to pay to buy something. I mean, I'm in the process right now trying to sell a Watsy box, and I mean, you look at the last one sold, but like as a lot of people say, the last one sold doesn't really mean what the market price is. You need some type of data, more data points than just one. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when you're talking about high level collectibles, if something sells for $8,000 and you look at it and yours is in better condition, or for this, I'm not going to take less than that. Somebody just got that. And
yeah.
So you're always going to get hit up with people like, well, I'm not going to buy that. That's not worth that. I mean, but somebody did pay that and I don't have to sell this. So if you want this, then you're going to at least have to pay that. I'm not taking less than what somebody's already paid for it. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
So you got to be a patient seller and a patient buyer.
The vouchers, reason price, etc. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. We keep losing the stream for whatever reason. Oh, I think we're good now. I don't know if it's your side or my side. I don't get what the hell is going on tonight. Let's try that. Give me just a second. Oh! You there? We'll see if that does it.
I'm just yelling at the kids.
Harley was asking about the like cancellation of vouchers, raising the prices on PSA cards, etc. So that's what he wanted to know about. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's a Sunday night. Everybody's asleep. I never have these issues during the day when I've got them all up and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. But yeah, the Harley was asking about the what's it called? I haven't read it. We haven't gotten an email about it yet, which I've just kind of been like, like we usually get an email that tells us all the up and comings, and I mean we've gotten the vouchers. We haven't used all of our vouchers yet, but like they might cancel them from here on out. That wouldn't surprise me, because that is a lot of lost money on their part. But if anything, like PSA's been great lately with actually getting things checked in a timely manner and actually getting things degrading a little bit quicker than it had been before. So I don't know.
Yeah, they lowered some of their turnaround times. So I think I posted in the Discord. I think they're updating their group submission process, and trying to look. Where's it at? Yeah, so bulk is always just going to depend on the number of orders out there, but economy is now 40 days instead of 45. Regular service is now 20. It was 40. And express is 5, and it was 10.
Yeah.
So,
I know that they're still hiring.
Right. So I think they're heading in the right direction, but also think that their pricing is going to go up too.
I mean, even like on their, like, I don't know, like I'm just going down the page right now. I know a lot of people have been talking about the prices going up and that kind of stuff, and you know we'll keep an eye on it and we'll let everybody know. But like even on the main page, I can't really find it. But then like we've got CGC, right? Like that's a new thing that we've got going since the last time we did one of these. Thank you, Scipio, for that. But I mean, we've got that going for us, right? For bulk or value or whatever CGC calls it. I mean, it's a 30-day turnaround, and it's with subgrades. It's almost just as much as it is to grade it. You know, maybe a little bit higher than it is to grade with PSA. But I mean,
there's not. And we even looked that there's not a huge price difference in between, at least with modern stuff. Of
right up there.
I mean, they're pretty. I think they get a lot of credit because they've graded comic books.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you're grading comic books and you're grading cards, I mean, I think there's more similarities than people think. Like looking at wear and looking at, you know, that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not that far off. It's not like they're grading even those things that are grading like video games and stuff like that. Like whenever you're looking at condition, I mean, maybe they have higher standards than PSA in some regards, but like ultimately, like it's not like this is brand new company that has never graded anything before, and they're getting, you know what I mean? Like they've graded stuff before. They know what is pristine. They know what is like. I mean, I just don't think there's that huge difference between a comic book and a card as far as when you're looking at wear and you're looking at age and I mean, maybe the knowledge base isn't there as far as like the cards value themselves, which like I don't know if you really care like if they know how much a card is. You know what I mean? Like it's almost better that if you don't, because you're like, hey, look, I'm just grading this card for what it is, not trying to because everybody talks about like population control and stuff like that. They're just, you know what? Here's a card. Here's what I think based on our standards. Here's what I think it'll grade, and here's what, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just, but the thing about it is PSA has such a stranglehold, and what we were talking about earlier is the fact that like when people want to collect these sets in a certain grade, nobody wants like a Team Rocket first edition set, all PSA 10s, and then like your last card you need is a CGC 10. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the fact that they just haven't been around long enough. I mean, the more somebody's around, the more you can say, hey, I want to collect this set in a BGS, I want to collect this set in a PSA, or I want to collect this set in a CGC. Like, I think once they start getting more cards in to be graded, then all of a sudden you just look at those people, especially with vintage sets, that want to collect everything in a certain graded by a certain company.
Right.
And that's where PSA they grade way more cards than anybody out there, and that's where you have to get over the hump. I don't think it's necessarily the quality of the grading. I think it's more so just the amount of cards that are out there graded by them is not a lot, and that's where I think they'll get a bigger piece of the modern market way before they'll get a bigger piece of, I think, of the vintage market. Because believe it or not, there's a lot more people out there that don't like change than actually like change. So there's people out there that say, you know what, I want PSA, even if it takes me 6 months, I'd rather have them than get my cards back from a new company in 30 days. Yeah. Whereas for us, we sent in, I think half of the order that we sent in the CGC was ours. So we're going to go out there. We're going to grade some cards. I mean, we took a chance with a bunch of Hidden Fates cards, which are hot out there in the market right now. So let's take them out there. Let's grade them. We'll see how they do. So we'll be able to tell you firsthand how they do.
I mean, just looking at like how it is, just looking at, you know, eBay sold and stuff like that, it doesn't look half bad, especially on the modern stuff. But you just don't see a whole lot of vintage stuff because, like, you know, vintage collectors are vintage collectors, and they're going to stick with the PSA, maybe a little bit to the BGS thing. But BGS is so expensive. My God. So, yeah.
Hey, man, every company that's out there, they're going to get a card. I know Leonhardt. I know I was like, oh, it's Leonhardt. Leonhardt did the same thing. I think he pulled a pretty clean Blastoise, and he got like a 9. Yeah. And I was watching it today. Those are the one videos I watched from him. Is just kind of, and it's not more so to watch him. It's just more so to see grading tendencies from BGS, because he grades through BGS, and just seeing what he sees, and then like seeing see how hard they are or how accurate they are.
Yep.
And I mean, like, if it's the way he says it is, where there's no scrape on the hollow, and he's showing all the corners, and there's nothing on the corners, and there's nothing he missed, and it's like BGS has the same issues as PSA. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, my thing is grading cards is kind of just like leaving a bad review for somebody. If you have a good experience, are you going to go out there and leave a review half the time? Probably not. But when it's a horrible thing, you're going to make sure you go on every outlet possible to make sure you bash them because you had such a horrible experience. But 9 times out of 10, if you get something from like Amazon or something and it was a good experience, you're just like, all right, that's good. No problem. You get it, you use it, whatever. But if you get it and it's like horrible, then you want to go out of your way to make sure everybody knows how horrible it was. So that's when it's kind of strewed a little bit as far as getting good reviews and bad reviews. But I don't know. Like I like the Blastoise that I got that I just sent in to get regraded. If it comes back a 10, then it's kind of what I thought it should get. But if it comes back a 9 again, then it comes back a 9 again. Like,
what if it comes back an 8?
Huh?
What if it comes back an 8?
If it comes back an 8, it's the same as if it came back a 9. It's getting cracked and put in my binder.
I got you.
But it's not. It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10. It's a 10. Now, it's a really, really clean card. It's really, really clean. Like, I think it's a 10 after seeing my own eyes on it. TCA Gaming, who's the one that actually opened it, said it's a 10. And I actually asked him, and he's another one that told me I should regrade it as well. So, and only because he's seen the card, I wouldn't just ask him and show pictures, because you
can't do it through pictures. Nope.
No.
Nope.
And the only reason I asked him is just because he's seen the card before.
Yep.
So, but yeah. What else? You want to run a giveaway?
Yeah, let's run. What one do you want to run first?
What are the two again?
We have the one for the bulk submission for August.
Let's do that one.
which is way late.
Let's do that one. What's that? A booster box?
It is a booster box of Darkness Ablaze, which is sitting here right next to me. Let me make sure that I've got the right one. Nope, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Is this it? Yep, this is it right here. Everybody got it? I just want to make sure that it's showing up correctly before we do it. Get it all jacked up. Right. I just want to make sure that it's on the screen before I run it. Super light. There it is. All right, here we go. Here it is. Super late. I know. I'm going to spin the wheel. I've never used the wheel before. I had a feeling I knew who was going to win. Scipio.
How many people was it? How many were there?
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 5 people. So you had to have traded in at least $50 worth of bulk in the month of August, and Scipio traded in $250. So,
the Scipio won.
Scipio won that one. I had a feeling. And just so everybody knows, like, you may not be able to see the bit rate and whatnot right now, but so Scipio, I'll get your booster box out to you tomorrow. It's just going to be a lot more jank heading my way anyway. But so what we did after the August one is from.
When did jank become a thing?
That's a Scipio thing only. I guess it's a Magic thing.
Okay.
But
you guys were talking about jank, and I was like, "What's jank?" Like,
yeah, right.
Like, go ahead and deal with the jank because I don't even know what jank is.
So
like, I know what that's jank.
So while this other wheel is up, I'm just going to let everybody know, for every $50 in bulk from September 1st until 2 weeks after the release of Vivid Voltage, which I think is Thanksgiving, you will be, for every $50 of bulk, you get your name entered into the next one. If we hit the 250,000 bulk mark by the end of this month, by the end of this month, we will throw in another box. If we hit 350, we'll throw in a third box. If we hit 450, we'll throw in another one, and so on and so forth. So every 100,000 after that, we'll throw in another one. So the other giveaway that we needed to run was from last night. So everybody that bought into the break is listed over here, and Canadian Kathy, Tim Weaver's wife, said that she would make somebody a cup. That bought in from last night. So this is everybody that bought into the break last night. We're going to run it and see who wins one of Canadian Kathy's cups. Oh, baller. Shinobi. Shinobi
probably was the MVP. Him and Gyarados probably bought the most.
And then, Harley giving up the what's it called? The Zard.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Harley gave the Zard to Shinobi.
Shinobi's
won everything in that.
So yeah, congrats Shinobi. I'll reach out to you because I know that your videos are few and far between right now. So I'll reach out to you and figure out what we need to do for you. But yeah, congrats to both of you guys on that. But sending bulk in a couple weeks, FYI, just a lot. It's gonna be great. Like, seriously. And then, so just to let everybody know, on November 1st, I'm gonna what are we gonna do? I'll reset the counter for bulk. So if we hit the 250K month, if we hit the 250K mark over the course of the quarter, we'll do it over 3 months time. Then we'll do that, but and then we'll throw the goals back out there again for the next full release, not for the what's it called, the holidays, the 25th anniversary, the 0.5 set, depending on what that is. Yeah, send the bulk. It helps, and it helps pay for all your pre-orders. We got tons of stuff for pre-order right now.
Yeah, we still have we're still taking pre-orders for those build and battle kits too. I know those have been selling pretty well. I mean, I posted on Instagram and I got kind of flooded there for a minute.
But what questions does the chat have? We can do a Q&A here because I think that's really what we wanted to talk about for today, in terms of like what we had on our docket. But
we do have some logistics we're working out with two pretty cool guests coming when Adam comes back. Both of them are really, really cool, and both of them, I can't wait to kind of. They're like from different sides of the game. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it'll be kind of cool to pick their brains, but that'll be in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Give me time to work out a few kinks on my end to schedule, and you to kind of come back and get settled in. So can't wait for that.
I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. I will be up in the Northeast. I threw it out on the Discord earlier. If there's enough people that want to do it, I will rent a car and I'll drive up to the Boston area and I'll pick up people's bulk. So if you don't want to send it and you're like kind of within that, like it kind of makes sense to just drive it up and drop it off. Like I'll pick it up from people, and I'll just store it and then bring it back down here. So that's it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Bulk. What do we got? You guys got everything covered from Scipio. Well, exactly. We got everything covered because you won your box, and I got to send that out.
and he's watching the NBA Finals.
So, what else do we got? We got anything else tonight? If not, we'll just wrap it up. And any chance you will drive up to Singapore? I got bulks too. Nope.
Can you drive to Singapore? I don't think you can drive there.
No. Need me to stop by while you were gone and run TCG Player? Tim, I'm just going to drop it all off at your house. I'm going to load everything or Wednesday, and then I'm just going to drop everything off at your house, and TCG Player's yours. I'm going to wipe my hands clean of it. So... what else do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Need me to stop by? Nope. We gotta take care of that because I got more boxes for you too that I owe you anyway. What do we got? What do we got? All right, I think that's it. I think we ran the giveaways and we did that. I sure you can drive. I was talking about CP and Hidden Fates. So, all right, I think we're gonna end this one, and we will see you in 3 weeks with a special guest. I think. So it'll be good. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff coming out. I think only one of you that's in here, I think, has stuff pre-ordered that's coming out while I'm gone, and I've already talked to them. So we'll take care of that when I get back, and then we'll have tons of packs available. And so when I'm back, if you've purchased into those packs, I'll send them out and get that where it is. What's that?
Portia's like, "Are you on?" I'm like, "No, they can't see you." She's like sliding around in her slippers.
So, all right, everybody, have yourselves a good evening. Sorry we had to shift to the primetime slot, but we wanted to get one of these things in. So, happy PAckBusting, everybody, and yeah, we'll have videos
See
up
in the next one. What's that?
I said we'll still have videos up. Later.
Hey, look out for my video tomorrow. Fire.
Yeah, fire video.